Greetings Diecast Racing fans, Sharky here and welcome back to Sharky's Garage for another unboxing. This one's another diorama one. It's the Airfield Set from JBWargamming, John Banks, and I'm going to do this a bit differently. I am going to do an unbox and then I'm going to paint things up, and I'm actually going to build this up and film this video over a couple of days. So before we get into the box, which is typically well packaged, I have opened it and had a look and all the rest of it in there. Don't forget to do the usual things like, comment and subscribe. You will have probably seen a load of slides before this, which I've thrown in, including the colour scheme for the Nissan hut, which is the scheme that I'm going to run throughout of these, which is why we can see in the back here, I've got some Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch, I've got Oxford Green Satin, and I've also got matte black. The matte black is for the roof and the satin is for the sides of the buildings. Now this is going to be multiple ways on. It's going to be for Vulcan Raceway. It's also going to be for me for use in tabletop gaming, as I'm going to be running a Fallout themed game at some point, and the airfield will make a perfect part of that for the plan that I have. Looking at the box, reusing packaging, which is always good, and inside we have got 3 bags. We have got a bag with the 2 Nissan huts in. We have got a bag that has the control tower in, and we have a bag that has the hangar in. Let's get this out the way. Get everything laid out. And get into that. Right, so we'll start with the Nissan hut. There's 2 Nissan huts in here. So I'm just going to open these up, look at what we've got in it. I'll actually move the other 2 bags over to the side and change your angle. Right, hopefully you see this okay. So let's look at the parts. We've got the roof pieces. Got the ends. Some of this will need poking out, which I'll do off camera. So I'm just going to separate the parts out. 2 of those. Try to work out what those are. Not sure. Right, we've got some frames for windows. I'll tip the rest of the parts out and then we can go through it. I think these are just spare bits John's put in because they're going to be useful. There's some ovals, rounds. So there's a door. Now these roofs go together like so, I believe. So they've got the roof part like that, and then the window fits in the back. So that goes there like that. It'll lay down, so that should be fine. Then the window goes in the front here like so. Sorry, it's a little bit fiddly. Like that. And there is also a bottom piece. So I'm guessing that's another window frame. Don't know what these are. It's another window frame, windows, sides, and this is one of the bottom pieces. So that goes in there. That goes on there like that. That goes on. Not enough hands, so let's see if we can do this. Slide that bit into there. It should hold all of that together. And then this piece goes on the bottom here like so. That's the bottom of it. There's the side, the top. So that's one of the window enclosures. So we'll just sort through. Give me a second, I'll come back to you. Right, cautious of the time, but looking at this, we appear to be a roof aside, missing to get 6 of these per thingy, but that doesn't matter because I can have 3 on one side, 2 on another, set it up differently. You've got 2 window surrounds for each one, the 2 doors, 9 of these, so that's all of that one. I'm going to put that to one side and then we'll look at the control tower. Right, moving on to the control tower. I've actually got stuff outside being painted. That looks like a roof section. It's one of the floors. It's a frame. This is the large radar. Not quite sure how the parts are. We've got doors. We're going to have little spare bits as well from where things are not pushed out, but that's cool because I'm getting a little pot of those and a pot of spares. I will go through what we've got here, lay it out, and then come back to you. Right, fiddled about and got most of it together. You can see that's the big, that fits onto the front of there. I need to work this out properly. We've got 3 doors. The ground floor has got a, excuse me, another set of those to go in the bottom. Next floor up sits on top like so. Next floor up sits on top like so, and then we've got the roof. Okay, so this is all dry fit. Then this would sit on top of here like so. So that is the control tower. Next up, the hangar. Right, so I've put the hangar together. We're trying to get everything painted. It goes well together so well. The roof has got 2 sides. One is shorter than the other. Obviously the bottom lip, the top lip. And they go on to the roof trusses. Those roof trusses have got divots that sit in the top there like so to keep it in place. These are the window frames that sit on the roof. I'm thinking about possibly leaving those like that. Obviously these will go black. The hangar goes together really well. You've got 3 doors. These slide on the front. And let me just slide those out. Trying to get this to hold together because it's only dry fit. There's no glue being used at the minute. There's some more connectors to go in the bottom, but it's got a runner that goes together to do that, which I think looks fantastic. I'm not quite sure whether I'm going to keep that green or what colour or whatever I'm going to do with that yet. On those, the main parts of the building I will keep green. So what I'll do is, once this is all painted up, I will come back to you when we've got the painted stuff together. Some time later, and I've got it painted and glued together, and you can see there 1/64 scale me by Tiny Blue. I've pulled out some Fallout figures because I am planning on using this for the Fallout campaign as well, and you can see the Flying Fenman is at the top of the control tower. I haven't put the radar dish and stuff together yet. That will happen at some point, but I wanted to get this video done and together for you. Let me just run you through the buildings individually, because, you know, there's quite a bit to them. So starting with this first of the Nissan huts, we've got the wooden frames, window frames on the front. We've got 3 down each side on this one because we've got 3. The doors I have just paper taped in. I'm going to talk to Keldon to see whether we can actually drill through the bottom here and put a pin through so we can actually make the doors functional. But I need to speak to him about that, which won't happen until probably Wednesday. It is Tuesday now, so that'll be tomorrow, but I want to get this done so I can get it edited. But yeah, they went together so well. That's one of them. The other one, because we were a couple of pieces short, we just put 2 on the side of that one and 3 on that side, which I thought worked quite well. Right, onto the control tower. So this is the control tower. The lid lifts off. I only painted one side of it. I'm spray painting because my painting is rubbish. I have put some detailing around the windows, but yeah, my hands shake so much I'm not really good at painting, which is why I normally leave this stuff to Keldon. But potentially that could be left on its own as a little thing as well if we wanted to. So that's that bit. This one also lifts off, and again I painted the windows, which took me no end of time. Got the internal space, so I think for storage that will probably sit in there like that. So yeah, and then the ground floor, it's got a slightly different construction method. Again, I taped the doors in with paper tape, and the windows, that is exactly the same size as that. Doesn't quite work that way up, but what you could do, I suppose, because of the nature of that, if you painted the bottom, you could, if I sprayed the bottom of that, flip it over and turn it into a building like that for something different. That'll work. I'll probably spray the bottom of this now as a result of just doing that on camera, because I hadn't thought of it. But yeah, that would work to make a 2-story building as opposed to the control tower. But yeah, that's the control tower. Now we'll move on to the hangar. So the hanger is absolutely gorgeous. I have just got some glue to clear out from in the track here. I had planned to do just plain grey, but my grey paint ran out, so these do actually slide on a runner along the bottom here. That one's probably stuck in place because of where it sat while it was drying, so I won't mess that about at the minute, but I left the natural on there. You can see here where the divots are on the front, sitting the roof on. So that's all glued together, and then inside use the paper tape on the doors, because there's 3 doors, other little doors on this. Man doors, I think they refer to them as in aviation and military terms, I'm not sure. But yes, so that's that. I'll put it all together and come back with the final conclusions. Right folks, that's it for today. Thanks very much for watching. Next week we will be back with the electric car shootout, and I believe is it testing? I forget how far along I am in my schedule because I'm filming ahead. But anyway, it will certainly be the electric car shootout next week. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you all again next time.